Hare Krishna. I'll be reading from One Step Towards Krishna. The Soul in the Snowbird. Emily turned to page 152 in her science book. Darwin's Theory of Evolution. It said. She looked at the picture of small monkeys and then apes slowly changing into men. Chick-a-dee-dee, came a blast of song from the other side of the window. Emily looked up and saw a tiny bird standing and jumping in the snow. Emily was surprised. She said, "How can he be so loud?" "When the window is closed, I can hear him as if he were in here." Her friend Susan nodded her head. "Yes, he's amazing, isn't he? He doesn't even wear thick socks or boots, and he's full of life out there in the freeze. Get a look at that bird," Emily said to someone else. Soon everyone in the class was standing by the window. They could see him clearly. Then the teacher, Mr. Newberry, came back. "You were supposed to be reading while I was gone," he cried. "Back in your seats." Chick-a-dee-dee, came the blast of chirping. Mr. Newberry looked out the window at the bird. "Just look at him. See him, Mr. Newberry?" asked Susan. "You kids have all seen a snowbird at least a dozen times if you grew up in these parts. Now sit in your seat and turn to page 152. The kids sat down and read their books while he pulled out a big poster of the monkey picture that was in the book. Chick-a-dee-dee, came the loud bird, and everyone looked out the window again. "He is so cute," said Emily, but Mr. Newberry saw her talking. "Emily, why do you talk during class?" "Susan, what is it so important about this bird anyway?" "Well, I guess it's just that he sings so strongly," said Susan. "You see, last night Emily and I went to the Hare Krishna fest." "What? What?" all the kids cried. Chick-a-dee-dee, the snowbird sang out. "And what did you learn there?" asked the teacher. "There's actually a soul in this bird who sings chick-a-dee-dee," said Emily. "All right, Emily. Are you a soul too?" "Well, listen, this is a science class, and we are not here to listen to whatever pops into your head," said Mr. Newberry. "Now, who has read the chapter I assigned?" Chick-a-dee-dee, came the strong sound. "The bird read it," said Greg. The kids in the class looked up from their books and laughed. Mr. Newberry looked disturbed, so Emily tried to help by saying, "You see, Mr. Newberry, they say there's a soul in the bird's heart, and the soul cannot die or be hurt in any way. They tell you he is a part of God's power, and that's why he can stand in the freezing snow and sing so loudly." Chick-a-dee-dee, came the song, louder than ever. "Like that!" Susan cried. "Well, birds die all the time," said the teacher. "What they tell you at the temple, Mr. Newberry, is that when the body dies, then the soul inside finds a new body. It's just like his karma that he has to be in a bird body right now," said Emily. "Karma?" said the teacher. "I've heard of that. It can make you a human, a dog, or a cat. I guess it's my karma to teach Darwin's theory of evolution. I never really wanted to teach my students that they are just a little better than monkeys. Maybe in your next life you will be a 10-year-old girl who goes to the Hare Krishna feast like Emily, said Greg. That's enough for today. Class dismissed, said Mr. Newberry. Thank you. Hare Krishna.